Good evening, students. Welcome to Dhimansh's class. Today we are going to start discussing about congruency, and I will be solving the questions of your NCERT books, exercise 7.2, based on the congruency of triangles. Now, students, if you want to understand these questions, I have uploaded already a video on the basis of congruency and its criterion or the rules of congruency previously. So before you understand this, I would recommend you to go back to that video, see that video, try to understand about what is congruency of triangles and what are the rules of congruency, then come to this video. Otherwise it will become difficult for you all to understand about this. Means all the things which we are going to discuss here in this video. Okay, students, so let us start exercise 7.2. But as usual, before I start, I would request you all to press the like button, bell icon, share this video to your friends as much as possible so that they can also learn from this video. And last but not the least, please press the subscribe button. The subscribe button is at the bottom of your video in the right hand side in red color. It is written. Please press that subscribe button so that in future whatever the videos I will be uploading, you will be getting the notification. You will be getting the videos quicker, faster than others. Okay, so in that case, I would request you all to see the video from the very beginning to the end. If you miss out, if you skip this video, you will miss out, and the questions I'll be discussing you will not be able to understand fully. So let us start exercise 7.2 of your NCERT books. Now see, question number 1, they are telling two triangles are given to us. Triangle ABC, A, B and C, and DEF, D, E and F. They are telling AB is equal to DE, AB equals to DE, and then AC is equal to DF, AC is equal to DF, and then BC is equal to EF, BC is equal to EF. Now they are asking which congruency criterion do you find? Would you use to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF? Obviously, sir, you told in our previous video, in order to know the rule, which rule? Hide one triangle. See the marks on the first triangle, or hide this triangle. See the marks on this triangle. Any one of the triangles you will hide. So let us hide this one, and we can see that the marks are on the sides. Okay, so therefore it is side rule. So you will say by SSS criterion. Okay, now question number 1's B. This was question number 1's A. Same question number 1's B. They have given, you can see, you open the book, you will be able to see the triangles PQR, triangle PQ and R, and XYZ, XYZ. Now they are telling ZX equals to RP, ZX is equal to RP, and then RQ is equal to ZY, RQ equals to ZY, and then angle PRQ is equal to XZY, PRQ. What is in the middle? R. So R, this PRQ is equal to XYZ. XYZ. What is in the middle? Y. So XYZ. Now, what criterion, my dear students? Yes, hide one triangle. What are the marks in the first triangle? You see, this one side is there, then one angle is there, then the other side is there. So by side, angle, side rule. That means by side, angle, side criterion. Okay, students. Now once D. In once D, what you will charge. Before I do for the next question, I will tell you I am doing deliberately in a rough manner so that your target is to understand and do these sums fairly in your copy. First you see the video, understand thoroughly, then close the video. If needed, rewind it multiple times, see, understand, then close the video, open your book, do the sums by yourself in good handwriting and in a neat and clean manner, and draw the diagrams with the help of scale and pencil. If you do your work neatly, it will create an impression on the examiner, and the examiner definitely will give you better marks if you do it neat and clean. This is a common character of every examiner. The examiner wants to see the work neat and clean. So use pencil, sharp pencil and scale in order to draw your diagrams. So now in once D, see the diagram is somewhat like this. See here they are telling A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. Now they are given EB is equal to DE. EB is equal to DC. EB is equal to DB. Okay, EB is equal to DB. Then they are telling AE is equal to BC. AE is equal to BC. And then they are telling angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 90 degree. Means angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 90 degree. That means angle A is equal to 90 degree. Angle C also is equal to 90 degree. And this is the symbol. Only for 90 degrees such symbols are there given. Okay. Means sharp edge is there. And other angles are shown, see, circular. These angles I did means curvical. Okay, but these are all sharp edges are there. So now by what rule? See, RHS, hide this triangle. You can see one right angle is there, and the side opposite to the right angle is called as, yes, hypotenuse. So and one of the sides either perpendicular or the base. So this is by RHS criterion. Okay, students, all these are explained in my previous video, my dear student. That is why I told you must go to the previous video, learn about all those criterion rules for congruency of triangle, then come to this video, otherwise it will become difficult for you to understand. Okay, now in question number 2, you want to show that that triangle ART is congruent to triangle PEN. See, two triangles are given to us. ART. A, R, and T. And similarly, another triangle is also given, PEN. P, E, and N. Okay. Now, if you have to use SSS criterion, means side criterion, in that case AR will be equal to what they are asking. So AR will be equal to, see, we are given triangle ART is congruent to triangle PEN. That means AR should be equal to PE as per this. So AR is equal to PE this side. Okay. And moreover, they are telling side only. So therefore it will be AR will be equal to PE. Next they are asking RT will be equal to RT will be equal to RT. Where is RT? RT. RT means see RT. This RT will be equal to EN. So RT will be equal to EN. So you will write EN here. Okay. Next they are asking AT. Now AT is see first and last. So it will be first and last in case of the second triangle also. So AT they are asking AT is equal to PN. PN. AT equals to PN. Okay, students. Now they are asking if the criterion is side angle side. If it is side angle side, in that case what we need to do? RT is equal to side angle side, and they're telling angle T is equal to angle N. They have told angle T is equal to angle N. They have told angle T is equal to angle N. This is given. Now what do we need to do in order to say that RT is equal to what? Now RT will be equal to if this angle is equal to this angle, RT will be equal to EN. It will be equal to EN. Because side angle, the rule they have mentioned here now is side angle side rule. So in between the two sides there will be one angle. So one angle is here. Okay, so naturally this will be one side in this side and the other side will be 80. See, they are asking, and if it is PN, then PN will be equal to. Then see, if PN is here, so PN will be equal to. It says PN will be equal to obviously 80, as I was telling you just now. It will be 80. See, side angle side. If it is RT and PN. So side angle side. Okay, students. I'm telling you repeatedly, students, please go to my previous video. Otherwise, it will become difficult for you all to understand. Next, if it is given that AT is equal to PN in case of ART, same triangles, ART and PEN. In that case, if it is to be in ASA rule, means in between two angles there will be one side. And they are telling AT is equal to PN. They have given AT is equal to PN. They have given AT is equal to PN. That means the side is in the middle and two angles and two sides. So if this side is given, naturally this angle and this angle will be involved. So angle in that case you need to have which two angles? That means if it is given that AT is equal to PN and you are to use ASA criterion, you need to have, what do we need to have? Angle A is equal to angle P and angle T is equal to angle N. Okay, in case of side angle side rule, there are two angles. Okay, and in between two angles there is one side. So side is here and two angles are there on the two different sides of the side. Two angles. Here also naturally the same thing has to be there. This is the side and two angles will be there on the other side, either sides of the directions of the side. Okay, one angle this side, the other angle this side. See, if this is the side, one angle this side, the other angle this side. Same thing, one side is here, one angle this side, the other angle that side. Okay, students. So angle A would be equal to angle P because these two triangles have to be proved congruent. Means they are proved congruent. In what criterion? The ASA or ASA. As I told you, in order to understand which criterion, hide one triangle, you will get ASA. See the marks. Okay, so side is given, the angle and angle has to be proved. This angle corresponding to this angle is this angle, corresponding to this angle is this angle. Angle A is equal to angle P, angle T is equal to angle N. Angle A is equal to angle P, and angle T is equal to angle N. Okay, clear students? Now, in question number 3, what we are given two triangles, P, M, Q, R. It may be something because I am seeing the screen of the computer and it's very hazy on the computer. So let me check up. While doing the sum, I will rectify it. Don't worry. If it is not R, maybe something else. Let me check up. So PM. Now, if you have to show that triangle AMP is congruent to AMQ. It is A. It is AMP triangle. AMP is congruent to triangle AMQ. It is given. These two triangles are congruent. Now in that case, if it is PM is equal to QM, PM is equal to QM. Okay, if it is PM is equal to QM, now what would be the reason they are asking? Since it will be given, it is given in the question. Okay, why? Because a mark is given already in the diagram of your book. You can see the book, you open the book, keep the book open, otherwise you won't be able to understand. Then this mark is also given. Now they are telling angle PMA is equal to angle QMA. That means what will be the reason? Since this is also given in the question, so it will be given. Now AM is equal to AM. AM is equal to AM. My dear students, nothing is given on AM. No mark is here on AM. So in that case, what to do? Since common side. The reason is common side. Why? See, this side AM is attached with this triangle. Again AM is attached with this triangle. And AM is equal to AM. Why? Because they are, this is common side. And then angle AM, triangle AMP is congruent to triangle AMP is congruent to triangle AMQ. That is already given here. But here they are asking what is the reason, means by what rule we are asked. So in that case, see, hide one triangle, side. If we hide this triangle, then we get side, angle, and this side. This was the common side. Here also you see side, angle, side. By side, angle, side, or criteria. Okay. Now next question. In triangle ABC, A is equal to 30 degree. In triangle ABC, question number 4, they are telling, question number 4, angle A is equal to 30 degree. In triangle ABC, A is equal to 30 degree, B is equal to 40 degree, angle B is equal to 40 degree, and angle C is equal to 110 degree. Angle C is equal to 110 degree. See, let us check up. Sum of the three angles should be 180, 110 plus 70, 180. Okay. In triangle PQR, now this is triangle ABC. In triangle PQR, they are asking angle P is equal to 30 degree. Angle Q is equal to 40 degree. And angle R is equal to 110 degree, obviously. Now, a student says that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by AAA rule. Is there anything called AA rule of congruency, my dear students? One of the student is telling that it is by AAA rule, congruent criteria. Is it justified? Why or not? Why or why not? It is not justified. Why not? Because there is no AAA criterion of congruency of triangles. Okay, students, there is no criterion of AAA in case of triangles. Okay, now next question. One triangle is like this, somewhat like this, and it is ART, and another triangle is also drawn like this, that is MNO, MWO. As per my computer screen, it is NOW now. NOW. Okay. Now, as because they are their congruent corresponding parts are given, R equals to W. Then A equals to O. Angle A equals to angle O. And then angle T equals to angle N. Angle T equals to angle N. Okay? And AR is equal to OW. And AT is equal to NO. AT is equal to NO. Okay. Now, these are the corresponding marks which are given. Okay. Corresponding parts that are given in the question, that are marked. Now, if these two triangles are congruent, now how would you write if angle RAT is given? RAT is congruent to what? Which triangle? Now here again I explained this in my previous video. You must maintain the sequence while writing this congruency. See, this single mark through the double marked side to the double angle. From the single mark through the double marked side to the double marked angle. It will be WON. So angle RAT would be congruent to triangle WON. This will be the answer. Okay, students, this was question number 5. Now, question number 6, complete the congruence statements. Now, this I hope, according to question number 5, you would be able to do by yourself. Now, question number 7 is a squared sheet. In a squared sheet, draw two triangles of equal areas such that the triangles are congruent, the triangles are not congruent. This also you will do by yourself. Question number 7, my dear student. This will be an activity for you. Okay. Now let's move on to question number 9. If triangle ABC and PQ are as given here in the book, triangle ABC, question number 9, ABC, it is right angled at B, and then PQR is like this. PQR. Now it is right angled at Q and R, angle R. Okay, students. Now, what criterion would you use if triangle ABC and PQR are two congruent triangles? One additional pair of corresponding part. What criterion did you use? Now, see, two parts are corresponding parts are given. What should be the third criterion in order to make triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR? Now, what would you say? See, The side opposite to the right angle is called hypotenuse. The side opposite to the right angle is called as the hypotenuse. Now, right angle we can see. Okay, one more angle we can see. Okay, now this hypotenuse, let it be a side. Here, two criterions we can use, my dear students. See, it is not going to be RHS because two angles are given. So, angle, we can see. So, either BC is equal to PQ, so that it becomes by angle side angle, or it may also be like this, angle side. If this AC equals to AR, then by angle side. Both the criterions can be used. Both the criteria can be used. Am I clear? See, if this angle is equal to this angle and this side is equal to this side, then BC would be equal to RQ. BC, I'm sorry, it will be RQ, not PQ. See, BC will be equal to RQ. Okay? Why? Because the side in between, the marked side, the corresponding side should lie in between these two angles. So, side BC, this mark would be corresponding to QR, RQ. Okay? And then the side opposite to the right angle is called as the hypotenuse. Here also, the side opposite to the 90 degree is called as the hypotenuse. So, in that case, in order to make it angle side, this hypotenuse must be equal to this hypotenuse. AC equals to AR by angle side. Clear? Okay. Now, last but not the least, see, explain why triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED. See, two triangles are given to us. Two triangles are given to us. This is EF, DEF, DEF and ABC. ABC. Now here we are given angle A is equal to angle F. Angle A is equal to angle F. And then angle B is 90 degree, angle E is also 90 degree. B is 90 degree, angle E is also 90 degree. Now BC is equal to DE. BC equal to DE. Now again see angle side. Okay, so here what are given to us? Angle A is equal to angle F. You can also write angle BAC is equal to angle EFD or DEFE, whatever it is, and angle B is equal to angle E, or you can also write angle ABC is equal to angle DEF, both are 90 degree. Okay, and then they are telling BC is equal to DE. So hide this. Now you hide this or you hide this. What you will see? Angle side. So by angle side rule or criterion, triangle ABC, as they are telling, ABC is congruent to triangle FED. 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 A, B, C, F, E, D. Sequence is correct. Okay, students. Now, that was the end of this exercise, and I hope class 8's NCERT also this chapter also is finished. So whatever the questions I have not done, you must do it by yourself. That would be your part to do. Okay, students. Now I hope you have understood. So don't forget to press the like button, press the bell icon, and subscribe the channel, Dhiman Sir's class. And till then, we will let us wait for the next video to be uploaded. Okay, till then, goodbye, good night.